Hello, everyone. And Today is me, Slavik, an operational manager at SAP Ukraine, and we have an Andrei with us, who is the founder of Trypillya VR. Actually, it's a project built on ICP, and it's one of the only Ukrainian projects which I know, which who is built on ICP actually. And today we have him with us today. We will talk about his path in the development, how he got here, how what is the Triple AVR is about. A really unique project. Not really a traditional business. What when we consider a startup, it's a bit different. So really like the idea myself. So I think please Andrew, introduce yourself. You can briefly introduce Triple AVR as well, and yeah, feel free.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Good day, everyone. My name is Andrei. I'm a founder of Trypillya VR project. So I'm here today to present exciting opportunity that brings unique innovation into educational system. As Slavik mentioned, we are not usual business project, and we are more at the moment community project. So the idea behind of the project is to change the educational system. Everyone knows and everyone experienced uh, school, university. We go in day by day, same books and everything. Nothing changes. Our parents and grandparents experience same thing. So our project brings innovation into educational system by integrating virtual reality and blockchain um, into the learning process. So it's gonna give some advantages, not some of the big advantages, because all of kids now they have all these phones, high-end technologies, and it's kind of boring to come in and read the books. So with Tripilla VR, they can learn history uh, in immersive and interactive way. Mm. And as Slavik mentioned, we built on a internet computer blockchain. At the moment, we are Web 3, Web 2 mix, but eventually we're gonna go fully Web 3. That's our next milestone. At the moment, we're mixing up, so it's kind of giving advantages for the people, non-tech people, to access our platform. Mm.
Yeah, thanks very much, Andrew, for introduction. I think I want to start with to understand also better
Yeah.
how you got to the idea of building this project. Basically, what motivated you? What is your story?
Yeah, so I will make a long story short. So first of all, I was living in Bangkok, so I have met people from internet computer, and they told me about the grant. Uh, Probably 6 months later, I met my friend. He is a historian expert, and I told him about the grant program. He said that would be a good idea to uh, reproduce Ethiopian culture in VR. So that's gonna bring another level for educational. So basically, we applied for the project. We went through all the stages. We explained our idea to the ICP team. They were very delighted about the idea, and that's how we started. Basically, first idea was to have VR experience in one or two physical museums. But once we started, we understand that it's going to be very limited. So we have changed this idea totally. So now we can use Tripilla VR anywhere, like which is going to be overseas, like any place in the world you can use it for educational purposes or for even like show off internet computer technology.
Yeah, thanks very much. Really interesting to understand how you decided to build the solution basically on blockchain. What is the reason to use blockchain? And then basically the next question, why have you chose ICP? Uh, like what is the reason? What technology advantage it gives to you as a startup founder and to your project especially?
Okay, from historical point of view, I can explain why we're using blockchain. Uh, as we know, books getting republished every couple of years and stuff. So all our data is stored on a blockchain. So basically, it won't be no one able to change it, so it stays forever. As we're gonna move forward with other epochs, it's gonna be the same. Like no one can republish or redo it, the history. That's the main point, because all we know that history been changed by some people. In this case, blockchain technology helps us to stay in one version, basically. And regarding ICP, why did we choose ICP? Because I spoke to a few people, and I spoke to a few developers, and ICP was quite user friendly for the developers to build on. Our developer from England as well, he built, and in a lot of ways that's decentralized and it's more secure compared to other blockchains. It's not as famous, but it's more secure in our opinions.
And understood. And so yeah, what I can say that it's, I think, partly the benefit of ICP. So basically, as I say, if you crack ICP, you need to crack the internet, because the
Yes.
infrastructure which is used for ICP is basically an internet in the core. So I think I usually say it on events which we held. We actually we had a nice. I just will tell the audience that we had a nice tour through Ukraine. We went through all major cities, 6 cities were covered,
Mhm.
and basically had an introduction event for ICP. More than 220 people joined us, so it was a great experience. So I'm telling, usually I think when ICP is broke, probably the first thing you will see which is changed is not really an ICP, something else on the internet. Like, imagine the website of state of the Department of State in the United States being hacked. So basically, it's the same problem in complexity. So that's why I think ICP is totally secure for people to use, and also I like the possibility to build on ICP the projects which are not really completely Web3. So as you said, you're basically Web2 and Web3, but you have Web3 in the
Yeah, yeah,
core
yeah,
as a
yeah.
technology, but people are not really, uh, they don't really need to see your Web3 part, but you still have the benefit of using Web3.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons as well about the project, actually. So before we start the project, I spoke to a lot of non-tech, non-crypto people, non-blockchain people, and I'm trying to explain about the blockchain, and they always say to me how it's been used. Like, I'm not using it, no one using it, and stuff. So in this particular project, uh, we are Web2, a Web3 mix, which is helped for people, non-tech people, to access this technology. And same time for myself, I can show people that blockchain in used in real life every day.
Yeah, that's a great point. Actually, I don't really see the reason why projects. There is a lot of projects actually on Ethereum, for instance. They're building uh, just the projects for Web3 service already, DeFi, etc. So it's businesses which are really targeted at the Web3 market, but just from market analysis, you understand that Web2 market is much larger than Web3. It's clearly the fact. And
Yeah,
why
yeah,
should we limit ourselves? Yes, we can transfer people to Web3, but Web3 obviously is much more technologically harder for people to use from day to day. That's why I think projects from Web3 should come to Web2 and show the benefits. So that's
yeah. You basically start from the scratch in Web 2, because everyone using Web 2, everyone know how to use Web 2. Web 3, that's you have a lot of different wallets and stuff, so that's gonna be kind of difficult for a lot of people. Like, I know people around me, like, they have no idea what's happening about Web 3, about the wallets, about seed phrases. That's way too hard. So from my point of view, we start from the scratch, from very beginning, and then we're gonna move forward. People gonna learn about the project, and then project gonna learn people how to use Web3.
yeah, that's I think the point. So yeah, that's basically it with, I think, ICP part. Really curious to see you. Maybe you could present a little bit more about your project. So I
Sure. 100%. Give me a second.
Sure. Also, just letting all the viewers know, feel free to ask questions. We'll have a time later for questions. So I think I see the screen. So let me share it with the people. Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Given stage two.
Uh, yeah. So once again, Trypillya VR. We basically built Trypillian settlement in virtual reality. As you see on the picture, this some of the houses is pictured, and also some other artifacts. So we're gonna move forward. So the purpose of this project is to recreate atmosphere and architecture of Trypillian culture in a modern virtual environment. Basically, what we did, we had a Unity developer and IC developer from England. So basically, he built the infrastructure in virtual reality, and we also had a Ukrainian 3D designers who recreate all the buildings and artifacts into 3D. Uh, it took us a while, to be honest, like almost a year. The biggest problem was research about artifacts, because the actual settlement was like 6,000 years ago, so it was not much information about it. So we had to do research with historian experts and recreate as much as possible how it's been before, basically. So it took us almost a year to build all this up, and finally, like, we have made it. We do have a presentation next month, official. We do have presentation for the official government as well. We'll see how we're going to work out. We planning to integrate somehow into the educational system in schools. We have done some feedback, or actually we have done some presentation in school, and we got some feedback. That was very cool experience. Kids was loving it,
Yeah,
basically.
I may ask, just really curious, because we
Yep,
are also as a hub working with universities, not with schools.
yep.
So
Yes.
is it interesting for you also to work with basically unis? Uh,
Of course, definitely. Like, we have few unis we're gonna be talking to. So any kind of education we are open to. Like, our aim is to bring this technology into educational system. Uh, if everything gonna go smooth, that will give us power and fuel to go forward and build more and more and more from historical side to build this kind of educational chapter.
yeah. Thanks very much. I think that's really exciting. So yeah.
Yeah, and also Trypillian culture is Ukrainian old culture, and not many people around the world knows about it. So this is one of the points for us as Ukrainians to help cultural heritage, to save these memories about the Trypillian culture. Also, in such a hard times for our country as well, that's another bonus to go forward with this kind of projects. Mm. So, as I mentioned before, goals and objectives, that's reconstruction of realistic virtual settlement of Trypillian culture. Also, using blockchain to provide access to people so they can see real use for mass adoption, and also shows internet computer internet computer technology to the mass, to the people, so everyone will know they can build sort of same kind of same project, or maybe different way project, so everyone accessible to the internet computer blockchain. Mm. As I mentioned, or maybe not, so basically we have built settlement on a Unity engine with 3D models, uh, and blockchain internet computer provides reliable information storage, confirmation rights to digital artifacts, and guarantees security of project data. We actually also planning to launch NFT collection later on with all the artifacts. I'm still working on a system how it's gonna work out. It's gonna take some time, but eventually I hope we will be successful with NFT collection as well. Also about target audience, as we mentioned, as we spoke before, that's pupils and students, universities, schools, also for history and archaeology enthusiasts. That's very cool because we have visited a lot of meetings with historians and archaeologists, and everyone who experienced Trypillya VR, they were like shocked basically, because no one have ever seen such a technology. Mm. And also museums and educational institution. Another plan, we planning to install as much as possible VR sets around Ukraine or around worldwide as well. Ukrainian schools overseas, consulates and stuff, so everyone could access this kind of technology. Mm. And as a result, I would love to see a lot more epochs, not only Trypillya. I would love to see Cossacks and more ancient times, basically. I would like to make platform where people and students can go from one epoch to another epoch and learn about the history. Also, I would say I would love to add quizzes and humans eventually, probably with AI, so it will help students learn much faster and more fun way. Also, I would love to show everyone our here. Okay. Also, I would love to share with you guys. Let me see.
So yeah, as I understand,
Our
Andrew right now
yeah
will be bringing a demonstration of the product, basically what they have already built.
yeah. It's very short one. We have made one. It's kind of promo for the schools and universities for everyone basically. It just shows like shortly what's the point of the project and what kind of innovation it brings for the people. Just a second.
Yeah, so just reminding to all the viewers once more time, feel free to leave the messages in the chat. We'll be answering them later after the presentation. Also, I have still a couple of questions. Really interesting to see how it's being developing such a project in Ukraine currently. So, really curious to see it.
Just a second. I'm trying to figure out this new system for myself. Oh yes, here we go. Okay, here we go.
There was
Yeah.
quite an interesting presentation. So basically, a showcase of what was already done. I'm curious. The question I have just initially, what are so basically? I'm aware of Ukrainian history, and I'm curious what are basically maybe the next steps, the next times periods you're working on. So Trypillya is basically the earliest one. but then we have a number of others which are more, I think,
Yeah.
popular and people are more aware about them. So curious, are you working? Are you already started to work on them? On what is the status?
For now, Trypillya VR is a kind of pilot project for us. Uh, we would love to go a bit further with the Trypillya VR. As I mentioned before, we would love to add humans, like Trypillians as well, into the scene. Uh, so it's gonna bring a bit more interactive experience for the users as well. Also, I'm looking into AI agent. It's kind of difficult at the moment because I basically have to build an individual AI agent and have to feed him with all this information. So it's gonna take some time. But basically, uh, my idea, my point now, working for now this year with Trypillya VR, bringing to the next level, which is gonna be more immersive. And then we are looking into Cossacks as well. So we do have teams with 3D designers who's basically start uh, drawing anytime. So for now, this year, we're just gonna go with the Trypillya VR.
Understood. Understood. Okay, that's makes sense because just an idea which I've got. Well, basically we were talking today. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Have you have a thoughts basically to create, some kind of interactive? It can be basically a game technically, but it's not really. It shouldn't be like a commercial game. It can be an educational game on this with using of AR, VR, or just simply for people to enjoy overall?
That's a very good question. So basically, because we're moving towards Web3, so I would love to add NFTs and sort of kind of usage of NFT in the space as well. So what I was thinking of as later on, I'm going to be able to access the scene and see. We have about 9 buildings, different ones, uh, as you said. So basically, what I was thinking of as a game, it's one option, but I was looking at another option where people can go and do the quizzes about the history. So basically, you do have about 8, 9 quizzes, and eventually, when you pass all of them, you can mint your NFT at the end. Uh, so in this case, Web3 and traditional educational, that's gonna be a great mix. Mm. So as a game, mm, yes, possible, but I would like to go more educational. And so if person gonna learn about the Trypillya, it's gonna be split in eight different parts. Mm. So, for example, you enter in one house, you run in one part, pass an exam, you move into another, and until the next one.
Understood.
Once you finish it, you get your NFT with the completion of the course.
Understood. Okay. Yeah, that's really. I'm saying that's why I was basically trying to frame it. It's not basically the game. It could be a really interactive experience. Basically, it's what you're building. But for instance, just I'm thinking with Cossacks, it's could be much more engaging, partly as a game as well. I think it's
Yes,
just
yes,
a bit more a bit of childhood memory. There is a game. It's a Polish game. It's called
of
Mountain
course.
Blade. About and
Uh-huh.
they had basically a series called uh, Fire and Sword and Fire, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
About it was based on a Polish film and
Hmm.
story about Cossacks and Polish soldiers as well. So basically, it's a game where you can play as Cossack, build your team, and
Yeah.
you can meet historical really figures like Bogdan Khmelnytsky and other. And it's just a childhood memory. It's more of like a war game basically, but I was thinking that, for instance, with Cossacks and another big period, which I'm really interested also whether you're considering it, is a period of ancient Rus, for instance, as well.
Uh, to be honest,
Yeah,
yeah, I do consider different type of the development, like game as well. I did spoke to a few different companies as well about the game. Uh, it's also like for now I'm just picking the the most benefit way for the project. Mm. But I'm never limited to different options as well. Like I was looking at the game as well, and yeah, uh, that's a lot more development for now because you have to do a lot of different mechanics and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Games takes up a lot of time. I know it's I myself an investment analyst from a venture capital, so I know how much time the games usually take. So it's really a big process. Great games built not in a year, not in the 2 years. It's a timing
Yeah, exactly.
which
Yeah,
should be calculated.
that would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool to build uh, a game when you're starting. For example, in Trypillya, you going past few missions and then you move to
Yeah.
Cossacks, and then you go into another epoch. That would be cool. Like if it's gonna be based on Web3 with cool graphic, you have token as well which have utility and NFTs. That's if you look in the big picture, that would be ideal.
Yeah, really interesting. Also, I'm curious to know more about. You said basically to make this make Tripilla available in, for instance, consulates all around in embassies all around the world. I'm curious to see what you will get here. Basically, what is the progress also with it?
Yeah, as a traveler, I have been living in quite a lot of countries all my life, and as you know, like consulates, they make kind of once, twice a years, have some Ukrainian days and stuff, but it's all same, nothing changes basically. We bring in same books and stuff. So in this case, Trypillya VR gonna be next level as well. So it's gonna be different. It's gonna bring more people for this kind of days because not many people go because it's all the same. With Trypillya VR, it's gonna be different story
Yeah,
as
okay,
well.
that does make sense. Yeah, what else? I'm interested to hear. What was the maybe the technical challenge which you had during the development, and maybe without ICP you wouldn't able to cover it. Basically, what?
um, we I'm telling you what now. From technical challenges, we had some issues with I think it was the size of file. Uh, we have lost about months because we couldn't figure out for a while. Um, Overall, ICP, as I mentioned before, was it's pretty good to build on because everything is automatic, and especially we were using Xwood VR. Our developer is a creator of Xwood VR, where all the smart contracts been created automatically. So all the job was has been done way faster uh, compared to other blockchains. So basically, Xwood VR and Internet Computer Blockchain overall, uh, especially in this stage, was quite fast to build on. As long as developer have all the uh, materials ready, it took them a couple days basically to build and optimize everything. So I'd say Internet Computer was very scalable and very fast blockchain to build on.
Understood. And from standpoint of cost, for instance, compare it to others projects as well, because what? Yeah, but
Yeah, well, it compare like I would never, as I know from developer side, using canisters cost like couple cents basically and stuff. So if I think for the year I spent like 2 ICP or 3 ICP or something for the year of development, so it was like too easy as well.
understood.
Uh,
Uh,
Compared to other like Ethereum, so it's big difference.
Understood. Yeah. So yeah, with Ethereum, what I really like about ICP is basically the possibility to work with data. And the example which I usually give people is AI. So there is a couple of projects which are building decentralized AI models on ICP. And there
Hmm.
is same AI models and same projects, similar projects exist in other ecosystems. But the issue is that they are in some part centralized. So basically, they will probably use some data storage, centralized data storage, or cloud, centralized cloud as well. But on ACP, you can avoid it completely, as you can use fully
Yeah.
decentralized ecosystem of basically of clouds, of basically all the basic parts. So you can deploy anything on ACP. That's what I really like on blockchain, and it can optimize costs by and for team it's usually just getting to know how to basically deploy something on ICP, and then it's optimizes costs for them. So that's what I really like.
Yeah, yeah. Also, I'm following Dominic on Twitter as well, and last his few tweets was very much to the point as well that ICP is actually very decentralized because AI on ICP actually writing hard software as well, so it's all decentralized, one decentralized system, which is you cannot point anything similar to all other blockchains. Everyone basically rely on something in their system.
Yeah, that's I think a good point. Another question I think which I have, which is also important to you, what help guys do you need? Maybe from community, from ICP itself. Like what maybe the problems you see? Maybe there is someone watching it right now, thinking how he could help you. Maybe here in Ukraine, maybe he's not from Ukraine, so.
Yeah. As a Ukrainians, I would say we don't see problems; we see the opportunities. um, for now, yeah. As we discussed before, basically next month we're gonna go with the official presentation. So we will discuss with you guys, and I would like to invite you as well, so you can bring your materials. ICP also, I need your help to promote internet computer blockchain as well.
Sure.
So we can cover as many people as possible at that day. So it's not only about Trypillya, it's also about internet computer. So everyone knows how it's been built and what's the advantages of the blockchain.
Yeah. Thanks very much. Would love to join personally you. So yeah, basically, when you come to Kiev, let me know, and
Yeah, sure, sure,
let's
definitely.
get to know each other. Yeah, overall, that's was at Trypillya VR. Please, I think we can wait a couple of minutes. Please message the questions if you have any, because I think I haven't seen. I will double check, but I haven't seen right now the questions. Thanks very much for Andrew,
No
who
problem.
is building a Trypillya VR. Great project in my opinion. I love, to be honest. I'm really tired of projects which are trying to build traditional Web3. It's not that it's bad. No, it's really good sometimes, but it's basically uh, all the similar approach to Web3. It's basically a place when.
Yeah, you see the main point for myself. You have to like it's like in any other traditional business. You have to go with something new. Uh, So we do have a lot of DeFi, we do have a lot of games, Web3 and stuff, but we don't have a lot of educational projects. So as a maybe new trend, decentralized education, we're gonna start
Uh,
because we do have decentralized science, but no decentralized education. So maybe we were gonna be first one who's gonna be starting this.
Yeah, that's actually a good point, because one of the latest trends, it's as you said, decentralized science, and that's basically, I can break it down maybe for people who don't know what the idea is. It's the same. I think the core problem is the same as the AI, decentralized artificial intelligence, and the idea is that we have a lot of data which is usually stored centralized, and people can access it centralized in centralized manner. So with education, it's the same. With science, is the same. Usually, you will go to some centralized university or data storage, basically, which you have, and get the data there. But the decentralized research could really help people to achieve something new, to cooperate in new manners with people. So that's why I think that decentralization could help a lot. I have my concerns with educational for one reason. The education usually is government controlled, and it's really hard to make something government controlled that decentralized the same manner.
Yeah,
So
like that's one of the reasons. Whatever, whatever happens, world is changing right now, and I see we're gonna change it. Everything's gonna be changing, and educational system as well.
yeah,
So
that's true.
yeah, so we're gonna start. We see how far we can go with it. You know.
Yeah, I love the approach. I love approach. So I see the message. It's from Miles. Hello to you, Miles, as well. So we are basically ending. So, Andrew, if you have anything to say,
Uh, just wait for us to come to the big stage. Basically, it's gonna like I very realistic person. Usually takes some time, but we will do our best to bring the best experience for the users and bring the as more features as possible to our product into our project.
yeah, great, great to hear it. Really looking forward to see your results. So thanks very much for everyone who joined. Thanks very much to Andrew for showing Trypillya VR, and yeah, join us on next workshops with projects with our showcases, and see you later.